Welcome to Friday? It's not Friday today, it's Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday's little bonus video. Now, I know I always post on a Saturday, but quite recently I have been posting on Wednesday as well, just to keep you guys entertained. Now, what are we going to do today? Right, we're off to Brindleton Bay and have a look at a Let's Play that I started last year, which basically fell flat on its face. So I abandoned it on the last episode that I recorded, which was episode 11 on the 29th of December. Now, I haven't been into the game since then. So it's been a fair few months. And I can't exactly remember much about it, I'll be honest with you. But I guess if we go into the game, my memory might be jigged or jogged or whatever. So let's have a look. I sort of based it very, very loosely on Claire Siobhan's Dream House challenge. And if you remember, if you ever saw that, she started off with just 2 Sims and it just grew into the monster that it is now, and it's been absolutely brilliant. So I had 2 Sims. Here they are. It's the Hobsons. No, it's not the Hobsons. That was her maiden name. Adams. It's the Adams. Now, let me see if I can remember about this. This is Fiona Adams. She's an artist, and I created her on a Breed Out the Weird challenge. And I'll leave the link for that below. And I was very worried when they had children because I'm thinking, well, with her gene pool, what are the kids going to be like? But they were okay. Scarecrow. I can never remember what his name is, but he started off obviously as a helper in the garden, but he has now become kind of a member of the family, which is nice. He does help out a lot. This is Fiona's husband, Paul. He is a gardener, not a brilliantly successful one, but it brings in the pennies, which is fine. And upstairs we have their son, Mark, a fairly average child at school. He's not doing brilliantly, but a new addition which sort of appeared just before I finished the series is little baby Isabel. She has now been a baby for 7 months. Right, let's click on play. Now, I'll give you a rough synopsis of what's been happening in the last 11 episodes. They started off in a very, very basic house with practically nothing. And between them, with Fiona being an artist and Paul being a gardener, they managed to muster up enough money to buy this house. Now, you might recognise this house if you watched Deligracy's Vanilla Let's Play from about a year ago. Their goal was to be able to afford to buy Deli's house. And they did, but they've only been in here for maybe a couple of days, to be honest with you, before I ended it. And I did end the series because it started off okay, but I was running it alongside Newcrest Chronicles, which was massively successful. And this was kind of like second best. And I was putting a lot of effort into it, but I think the last episode got about 5 views, and I just thought, I don't know why I'm putting all this effort into this. So I abandoned it at episode 11 and just concentrated on Newcrest Chronicles. But I just thought for a bit of a change, I would go into this game and just have a look at it and see whether it's worthwhile sort of starting again with it. I don't know. I did enjoy it, but let me tell me what you think. Just from what you're seeing now. What I will do is I'll leave a link to the 11 episodes that I recorded beforehand so you can get a rough idea of what their backgrounds are. But, yeah, we'll see. Now, if I remember rightly, Mark doesn't particularly like Isabel, which is why he's sad. It's like, you know, he was the only child and now, yeah. Sad from meeting a new sibling. Yeah, because he was the only child, obviously, and he was a golden boy, and now Isabel's come along. He's not very happy about that. I have to say, throughout the whole of this series, it's done nothing but rain, which which is a bit worrying. I seem to remember the thunderstorm because I think one of the last episodes that I recorded, I just got a new set of headphones. which were a lot better quality than the ones from previously. And I was recording this one particular episode, and suddenly there was this enormous clap of thunder, and it frightened me half to death. So that's why I remember that it was a storm. But like I said, it's hardly ever stopped raining, which is crazy because I think we're in summer at the moment. But we are in Bridleton Bay. I don't know whether that has any bearing on it, on the circumstances. But yeah, I did enjoy doing this, and they've not got much money at the moment because they've just paid quite a lot of money for this house, to be honest with you. But it was a fun Let's Play. Now, they haven't got any friends. That was accidental, I think. They often had plenty of invites to go out, but I think I was concentrating too much on getting money together and buying this house that I never really get them any social interaction with anybody else. So it's just the four of them. Now, I have to say, Fiona is a much more successful artist than Paul is a successful gardener, and it was a lot of her efforts in painting some really good pictures that bought the house. I mean, obviously he did a little bit by growing things and selling them, but the majority of the money did come from Fiona's paintings. It got to the stage where I personally didn't know where this was going to go. And I was trying to think up of some storylines, but I guess when nobody's got any friends and it's just the four of them, it's very, very difficult to know what to do. So I think if we start it up again, and that's entirely up to you guys, I think we'll get them to meet more people, start going out, getting babysitters, etc. I don't think they're going to have any more children. I think we're going to just stick with these two. But like I said, with Fiona's gene pool, with being created through a Breed Out the Weird, I was very worried as to how these two children would turn out. I mean, it's time yet. Mark is still a young lad and Isabel's still a baby, but I think we might have got away with it actually. It was quite a fun Breed Out the Weird as well, and it got quite a lot of views, over 150 I think it was. So like I said, I will link it below and you can have a look and see how Fiona was created. Now, I must admit, since I've been watching this, I have got quite excited about it again. And I hope it gets a positive response, because it was quite a fun sort of a release of doing something slightly different. Because if you've watched New Quest, and I know I've got a lot of new subscribers since New Quest finished, New Quest was very planned, very edited, kind of very scripted as well. I knew exactly what was going to happen, and had to sort of control the Sims to do what my storyline was, you know, sort of what I had in my mind. And it was difficult, and it took a lot of work and a lot of effort. And this was a kind of a release, really, because I just let them do their own thing, and just went from there. So that's why it was so much fun to do. But like I said, the response with the viewers was not particularly good, sadly. But I hope it might be different this time anyway. Now, Bridleton Bay is obviously the area where cats and dogs came from. So there are lots of cats and dogs around here. Why do babies cry so much? I know that's real in real life as well. And I can't work out why, when these two have had a son already, why their parenting skills are still at such a low level, because I'm sure they were a lot higher than that when I was recording it. But I don't know, maybe it's just the game, maybe I haven't gone into it for such a long time, and viewers updates and things, so they've sort of been reset to level 1 again. I don't know. Now, one thing I do remember is poor old Mark's bedroom. I had to sort of rejig it from when Deli did it, because it wasn't a child's bedroom when I sort of downloaded it, put it into the game. So I had to plonk everything in for him. Now, I remember I positioned the bed so that if he got out of the bed the wrong side, he was stuck and he couldn't get out of his room. And I think that's what he's just done now. And I know I did have an idea previously that I was going to sort of rearrange his bedroom. Yeah, can you see? Look, he's stuck. And I tried to put him back into bed and get him to get out the other side, and he wouldn't. So his if I don't do something about it, he is destined to be stuck in that bedroom for the rest of his days, which is very cheerful. So I think what I'll do now, before I forget, is I will move this around now. Let me think. I don't really want to take anything out of the room because I think that's okay. But I'm going to get rid of that light because I don't really particularly like that. And if I move the bed down this right-hand side of the wall, I think, if I just move that bookshelf, pop that there, then the bed hopefully can go up against the wall. There, that should be okay. And then he's got a free sort of run in and out of the room and he won't get stuck again. Hopefully, anyway. So I think we've cracked it on that one. So we'll leave that there. And hopefully, at last, he'll be able to come down for breakfast. I don't think he's eaten since like 1897. But I think we've cracked it on that one. Let's see what everybody else is doing. It is quite early now. I have a feeling either one or both have got work today. Oh, right, okay, Paul can work from home, so that's fair enough. But I do think that Fiona has to go into work. Yes, she does. She's got work in 3 hours. I haven't really concentrated much on their sort of daily tasks to get the promotions. I did initially, but I think as the series went along, I got a little bit sort of lackadaisical about that. So that's something I can get back into, getting their promotions sorted out and getting more money in. So I think for now, Fiona, why don't you go and cook some breakfast? Now, I don't know what level cooking... Oh, hang on, what's this? Oh, welcome present. Don't be so ungrateful. You don't get an option on that one. Yeah, I don't know what level Fiona's cooking is at, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that she doesn't set the kitchen on fire. Also, when I downloaded this game and put it in, I didn't have all the game packs, so a lot of stuff I had to sort of rebuild. But now I have all the game packs, so I wonder if it might be worthwhile me going onto Deli's gallery, finding this house again, and sort of re-putting it into the game so it's got everything that she put in it originally. I might have a think about that, see if I can find it, and then at least the whole thing will be complete and not bodged up like what I've done with certainly with the kitchen anyway. I did notice there's a cat litter tray in the bathroom as well, so maybe we should get a cat. I mean, it is Bridlington Bay after all, so you never know. We'll see about that. It's an option anyway. So, what do you think? Do you think we could start this up again, or do you think we should just leave it as it was and not really do much with it? I don't know. I'm quite keen to know what you think. So while these guys have their breakfast, in fact, Fiona, if you want to call them over for breakfast, that'll do nicely, and we'll leave these to have their pancakes for breakfast. And like I said, I will leave the link to the rest of the series below, as well as Fiona's Breed Out the Weird challenge. Let me know what you think, and we'll take it from there, I think. Right, that's about it for me then. I hope you're having a good week so far. It's that midweek feeling, but don't worry, the weekend is just around the corner. I'll speak to you soon. Take care now. Bye.